Hello there, welcome back to the Gamers Tavern. Today, Strixhaven, Secrets of. So let's turn around and jump into this and see what we get out of it. But before we do, a little shout out to Johnny over at the merchant shop. So Johnny will be able to help you with all your gaming needs, retro gaming needs, TCGs, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, Riftbound, and of course Magic. So give Johnny a holler and he'll be able to give you a hand with anything you need. Thanks very much, Johnny. Alright, so this will be the first opening of Secret Strixhaven we got. We got a couple of collector boxes. Today will be just one box, and we'll jump into the next one next time. So wish us best of luck. If you like content like this, give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Whoa! Help the channel get there. Alright. I'm kind of mostly after a lot of the black cards from this set. For different decks and such, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, put them off to the side so I can create some nice piles for everybody who likes to track. Alright, pack one, here we go. Okay, Goblin Glassrite. Is that on camera? Just about, there we go. Well, common and uncommon's not too fussed about. Pest Mascot, Noxious Newt, Forum of Amenity, Mind Roots, that's some nice artwork, Growth Curve, Tackle. Okay, so first one, Sleight of Hand, I think. Beat me up in the comments if I'm wrong. Or it could be Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce or Sleight of Hand. I'm not entirely sure. Well, there's Sleight of Hand. I can read that one. Okay, just there. Here we go. Okay. I was told to have a good look at these lands because apparently they do look really quite nice. And I think they actually do look pretty decent. Okay. Got a Mana Sculpt. We got a Dina in the Commander slot. We got a Fractal Crab. That's Rally. I remember that one. Oh, and I said about black cards. There we go. A Grave Researcher with a Reanimate. The full art foil. Looks quite nice. So at the beginning of your upkeep, surveil one, and if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, this creature becomes prepared, and then reanimate. That's not bad. Not bad. Okay, with a copy Spirit Token. Alright. So far, I don't think that's a too bad pack. That was one of the cards I personally was looking for. Obviously, everyone's curious and hoping for the best silver screen foil they can get. Which I think I will... Let's just shift that out of the way up there for a second. I think I'll put all the silver screens, common or uncommon or rares or whatever, just over here. Okay, we got another Newt. Anger. Last Grasp. Dance, another Tackle, Dual Tactics. Just gonna move these down here, that way I'm not bumping into everything. Leech Collector. Oh, that's the Spree one. Name is evading me. We got a foil bulk up. Okay, so that's our first foil. Okay, so a couple of packs, always figuring out the piles. All right, we got a Forest, looking nice. Okay, so we got the Fractal Crab, but in the regular art. Okay. Regular foil, that's up the top there, there we go. Okay, so Vandal's edit on the commander piece, the Defacing Dusk Mage. Okay. Molten Core. It's our second full art, non-foil. We got a Pyretic Ritual. Shift these down. There we go. And our silver screen is a rally. That was not the silver screen we were hoping for. Ouch. But you know what? It is what it is. There we go. And an elemental Mia token. I'm taking it a little slower with this first one, getting a little feel for it. I just noticed in the back of this pack we got an art card. What's your thoughts on the art cards only in collectors now? Do you think they're going to start retaining any value at all? We got a Tone Blast, Effervescence, Muse, Wit, another Dual Tactics, another Collector, Tam. I think this is a pretty good uncommon legend, to be honest. It's not bad at all. Yeah, I quite like that card. All right, we got a Shared Roots in the non-foil. We got a Bitter Triumph. Got an Island. That looks quite nice, the Island, actually. Okay, we got the first of our Emeritus. So we got the Lightning Bolt one. So red it is. Herald of Amenity. Okay, Stormcarved Coast. We got a Bring to Light. That's our first rare version. So how are we going to do this? I'll stick it down here, it's fine. And we got the Emeritus in the full art foil. Okay. Second full art. And the art card is the Demo Demon thing. Tragedy Feast, yeah. All right. Maybe I'll get lucky and be one of those boxes that has 2 silver screens that you've seen. Who knows? Okay, gonna come through these a little bit faster. That's a pretty good merfolk. Okay, so... Ooh, 2 mana with a 6 on the additional casting cost. Nope, not helping, not there. All right, Royal Treatment. Got a Mountain. That looks quite nice, Mountain, actually. Dina's Guidance. Okay, Coastal Peak for the Commander. Another Dina's Guidance. Seems to be a lot of repetitiveness. That one would be Crop Rotation, if I'm not mistaken. And a Color Storm Stallion. That is some really nice artwork on that foil. I like that. With a Fractal Pest token, which has got massive damage. That's another one. That there. And then all over here, it's got some like weird scribbly messed upness. What the is going on there? Oh yes, we also need to double check some of the pieces, because apparently the logos, there's been some weird Star Wars printing on a logo or a couple of logo pieces. So Lord knows what that means. All right, gonna blast through these. First of our charms, our Lorehold one. Okay, so we got the other one. So one is Sleight of Hand, and the other one I think is, I said it earlier, Spell Pierce. So I think that one's the Spell Pierce and that one's the Sleight of Hand, I think. Okay, we got another silver screen foil. This time it's the Bitter Triumph, if I'm not mistaken. Where am I going to put this one? Yikes. All right, let's move these basics out of the way. We'll have a bit of a transition shift. Okay, that can come down, and we'll put all the silver screens next to each other. There we go. Just for people for tracking. As you know, the piles are all over the place when you first get going. Okay, we got a Tragedy Feaster. Okay. That's from the commander piece. Yavimaya Bloom Sage. What's this one do? Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Then if that creature is power 7 or greater, it becomes prepared till the end of turn. Anytime you could activate mana of ability. Channel. Okay, so I guess there's some ways you can kind of abuse that quite quickly. Okay, Arc of Hunger. We got a foil Fracture. And we have a Berta, Wise Explorator, with the art card from Silver Quill, Rapier Wit. All right. So, like I said, the silver screen one we got was not the one we were kind of hoping for. Rally was not the one, but it is what it is. All right, coming through. Okay, God. Nope, don't know what that one is either. I can read that one. Repel Calamity. Got a Swamp. The Critique. Changing Loyalty. Lorehold, the Historian. In the full art, nice. I know the dragons are all sought after, so that's pretty nice hit. We got an Angel's Grace in the non-foil. And we got the Fractal Crab. I've noticed that a lot of openings seem to be getting this guy in the full art foil in at least one pack. So I think this might be that one rare that just seems to crop up everywhere. Elemental Treasure. Okay. We got a Deduce. We got a Stock Up. Got a Plains. I think we've now got one of every one of the basics. Pensive Professor. The really vibrant colored art of Inspired Sky Painter. Tide Caller. Yeah, I'd love to get one of these in a full art foil. Deflecting Palm. And Azir, Mage Tower Captain. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, you may tap 3 untapped creatures you control. If you do, copy that spell. You may choose new. Okay, that's quite interesting. That's nice. Nice full art foil. With a contract, Pegasus token. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Anything we got decent in the common and uncommon section? Not really. The Angry Sword guy. I needed to look up the common and uncommons a little bit better. My bad. Helping Hand. Nice foil. Got another Forest. Wisdom of Ages. I saw LSV abuse the hell out of this in a draft. Okay. Owling Spiromancer. Bird Wizard. On the commander piece. Flying Vigilance. Whenever you cast a spell with X in its mana cost, you may copy it. Okay, so it's an X spell copier. Okay. Yep, another one of the good cards. Stirring Hope Singer. Big Score in the foil. Nice. First time I've actually seen that artwork. And a special guest, Grim Horror Specs. Nice. And I think it was on the special guests that the logos could be potentially different. But as you can see, that one's just a regular Magic one. So we've got a Grim Horror Specs with Burst Lightning. Okay, so where are we going to put our special guest? Yikes. Guess over here on the edge. Doesn't quite fit. Oh well. Is what it is. 4 more packs to go. That's the red spree one. Got a royal treatment. Got an island. Mind into matter. Renegade bull. The drawing archaic. Not sure what to make of this card, to be honest. It's definitely interesting. Sheldred's Edict and the non-foil. And a Together as One. Not seen this at all. Converge. Target player draws X cards. Together as one deals X damage to any target. You gain X life, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast this. Okay, so the best case scenario, this is a draw 5, do 5, gain 5. Interesting. Inkling cat token. Do think the artwork on these are very, very nice. Cannot deny. The archives were great last time for artwork. I was lucky enough to get a DT out of the last one, so I was happy with that. The raid, there it is. So that one, the white Japanese spree one was the raid. Okay, Pick Your Poison. That's kind of nice artwork, actually. Quite like that. Got a mountain. Germination. Practerium. Turbulent Maw. We got an Erode. That's the Triumph one, so that's quite nice. And a Deathcap Glade in a full art foil. It's lovely artwork. With an Elemental Fractal token. Noise in the background there with just my wife sneaking in and out. All right. Not seen many of the charms. Only seen the Lorehold one so far. And we got a Locust Spray, Feed the Swarm, Plains, Splatter Technique, Gorma, the Gullet. Okay, whenever another creature you control dies with 1 count. Okay, cool. Effectively Stone Rain on a creature. Smallpox. Oh, another silver screen foil. We did get a box of 2 of them in. Wow. Okay, we got Crackle with Power. Wow. That's nice. Great artwork. With an Elemental Treasure token. All right, last pack magic. Okay, getting 2 silver screens in a box is pretty good. So, and Crackle of Power is one of the medium level ones, so it's not bad. Okay. Shared Roots. Stargaze. Forest. Arc of Hunger. Order Returned. Shattered Sanctum. Expressive Iteration. And a Planar Engineering. Definitely wanted this in the full art foil for old EDH, so I can't be too sad for that. That's pretty good. And that's a Bring to Light right there. All right, guys. Well, just to do a quick recap, we had a special guest, Grim Horror Specs. Didn't do so well at the old Mythic section, to be honest, in this box, but we did get 2 silver screen foils. So we got Crackle with Power and Rally. Obviously, Crackle's the much better one. We only got 1 uncommon, which is the Bitter Triumph. And then we ended up picking up Big Score, Bring to Light, Fracture, Expressive Iteration. Now, I'm probably not going to get all these right. Let's see. Smallpox, Triumph, Deflecting Palm, Crop Rotation, and Rally. I did get them right. And then for the full art foils, we got a couple of nice ones. Everyone seems to get this crab. I think probably the best one was the Grave Researcher which is one of the ones I was after. So, all in all, not too bad. Oh, forgot to do these ones. Sheldon's Edict, Angel's Grace, and Pyretic Ritual. Alright guys, well thanks for joining me on this one. Until next time, see ya.